Ah, there you are, all wide-eyed and hopeful. You've been waiting for a sign, haven't you? Some big dramatic moment, some voice from the heavens to tell you what you're supposed to be. And now you've got it. You've heard it, haven't you? This is it. This is the moment. This is the revelation. You think you know what's coming, but trust me, you don't. The thing is, everyone has this idea in their head of who they're supposed to be. Society paints the picture, this is success, this is happiness, this is how you're supposed to live. You follow the blueprint, right? You follow it because that's what they tell you to do. Ah, uniqueness. It's a funny little thing, isn't it? So many people spend their entire lives trying to fit into some mold that someone else created, thinking that's the key to happiness, success, acceptance, everything. But here's the truth, and brace yourself because it's gonna sting a little. That mold doesn't fit you. It never did. You were never supposed to fit into anyone else's idea of who you should be. You've got something inside of you that's different, something raw, something untamed. But the world will do everything it can to smooth out those rough edges, to take that beautiful mess inside you and twist it into something acceptable. So, you want to fit in, huh? Well, good luck with that. You can spend your whole life blending in with the crowd, wearing the same mask as everyone else, and what does that get you? A mediocre existence. A life filled with safe choices and expected outcomes. You're told to stay quiet, to follow the rules, to keep your head down. They tell you to conform, to be like everyone else, because they're too scared to see you stand out. They're scared of what'll happen if you start showing the world the real you. And it's not just about being different for the sake of being different. No. It's about embracing what makes you, you. It's about being unapologetically authentic in a world full of fakes. You've got quirks, you've got flaws, and let me tell you something. They're the things that make you unforgettable. Oh sure, they'll tell you to hide them, to fix them, to make them normal. But who defines what's normal anyway? Normal is just a word they throw around to keep you from standing out. Normal is what keeps you stuck in a cage, with the door locked, but never enough courage to break out. You're not meant to be normal. You're not meant to follow the same boring script everyone else does. You've got something deeper than that, something real, and that's where the magic happens. Think about it. How many times have you looked at the successful people and tried to copy their lives, their choices, their habits, because you thought that was the formula to make it? You wear their brand of success like a costume. But you know what happens when you wear someone else's costume? You never truly feel like yourself. It's uncomfortable, it doesn't fit right, and ultimately, it won't get you anywhere. The truth is, that formula, that recipe for success, it's a lie. It's just a bunch of rules they've made up to keep you in line, to make sure you don't stray too far from the path they've already mapped out for you. But here's the thing, what if your success isn't found in following their script? What if it's found in ripping up the script and writing your own? What if the key to success isn't fitting in, but standing out? What if you could stop wasting your energy trying to be like everyone else and instead focus that energy on becoming the best version of yourself? The real you. That's the person who's going to win. Now I know, it's terrifying. You're worried that if you embrace who you really are, you'll be rejected. That people will look at you like you're crazy. You're worried that the world won't accept you if you stop playing by their rules. But here's the catch. The world doesn't get to decide who you are. You do. You get to choose your own identity. You get to decide what success looks like for you, not them. And when you start living for yourself instead of for their approval, you'll find a freedom you never thought possible. But don't expect the world to roll out the red carpet. No, they'll be confused. They'll try to push you back into the mold they've created for you. And when they do, you've got to push back. Don't let them drag you down. Don't let them force you to be something you're not. Because once you embrace your uniqueness, once you truly own it, there's nothing anyone can do to stop you. You become unstoppable, unshakable. The world won't know what hit it. And here's the kicker. People won't just notice you because of your uniqueness. They'll be drawn to you. Because deep down, everyone wants to be their true selves, but they're too scared to do it. They're too scared of the rejection, the judgment, the disapproval. But you've got the guts to stand tall, to be who you really are, and that's why people will respect you. They'll see you for the rebel, the visionary, the one who refused to be anything other than themselves. And you'll inspire them. You'll show them that it's okay to break the rules, that it's okay to be different. And that, my friend, is how you change the world. The path to success. They always tell you it's supposed to be a straight line, right? A smooth, easy path where every step is planned out for you, neatly tucked away in a nice little blueprint. Oh, how quaint, how safe. It's almost cute how people believe that. The truth, it's not a straight line. It's a series of twists, turns, dead ends, and total chaos. And you know what? That's exactly how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to feel lost sometimes. You're supposed to stumble. And here's the secret. That's when the real magic happens. You ever notice how everyone talks about success like it's some kind of magic trick? Like there's a special formula, a secret sauce that only a few people are lucky enough to possess? They'll tell you, follow this path, do this, do that, and boom, you'll be successful. But here's the thing. They're lying to you. They're feeding you a fairy tale to keep you in line. They want you to believe that if you follow their exact formula, you'll win. They want you to stay in that safe little box, play by the rules, and be normal. Well, normal is overrated. It's boring. It's predictable. It's the worst kind of trap. Success, real success, it's chaos. It's messy. It's all those moments you thought were failures. The times you slipped up, and the times you've been knocked down, and guess what? That's where the best lessons are. The people who have made it, the so-called successful ones, they didn't get there by following the rules. They got there by breaking them, by doing things no one else had the courage to do. They looked at the so-called path to success and they threw it out the window. They didn't ask for permission. They didn't wait for someone to tell them it was okay. They just did it. And that's what you need to do too. You can't sit around waiting for the perfect moment to start. That moment, it doesn't exist. You think you're waiting for the stars to align, for the perfect opportunity to land in your lap. It's never going to happen. And if you're waiting for someone to give you permission, you're wasting your time. No one is going to give you that permission because no one is ever ready. There's never going to be a sign that says, okay, now is the time to go for it. You want to succeed, you want to stand out, then you have to do something radical, something insane. You have to trust the chaos. You have to trust that when the universe knocks you down, it's not trying to destroy you. It's teaching you something. It's showing you who you really are. And you have to be willing to learn. Because here's the truth. It's not about how many times you fall down. It's about how many times you get back up. It's about the willingness to get up when everything around you is telling you to stay down. It's about looking failure in the face and saying, is that all you've got? But let's talk about failure for a second, shall we? Everyone's terrified of it. They'll do anything to avoid it, anything to stay away from it because they think it defines them. But what if I told you that failure is just a label? A label they slapped on you to keep you scared, to keep you playing small, to keep you from living up to your potential. The truth is, failure isn't something to be afraid of. It's your greatest teacher. It's what helps you grow. It's what separates the winners from the losers. You see, anyone can follow a plan. Anyone can play it safe. But it takes a real maverick to go off the rails, to embrace the chaos, to learn from the missteps and come back stronger. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about using it. Using it as fuel. You know, people love to talk about success like it's a one-way street. They talk about it like it's something you reach after crossing some invisible finish line. But success isn't a destination, it's a journey. It's the constant battle, the constant hustle, the constant growth. And guess what? It's messy. It's uncomfortable. It's not always fun, but it's real. The most successful people in the world didn't get to where they are by waiting for the perfect moment. They didn't sit back and hope it all fell into place. They rolled up their sleeves and got to work. They embraced the uncertainty, the failure, the chaos, and they made something out of it. And that's what you have to do. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for someone to tell you you're good enough. Stop looking for permission. The only permission you need is the permission you give yourself. Stop playing by everyone else's rules. You want to make it? Then get comfortable being uncomfortable. Get comfortable failing. Get comfortable not knowing where you're going, because the truth is, you don't need to know. Just keep moving. Keep pushing. And when you stumble, get up. Because that stumble, that mistake, that's not a setback. It's part of the journey. And without it, you'll never get to where you want to go. You'll never make it. So embrace the chaos. Trust the journey. And watch as you turn that mess into something extraordinary. You ever wonder why things don't go the way you expect? while you're constantly running in circles, trying to figure it out, but it's like the universe keeps playing a game with you. You know what I mean? It's like you're stuck in this twisted little dance where every time you think you have it figured out, life slaps you right back down into that pit. It's funny, isn't it? All that planning, all that effort, just for things to blow up in your face. But here's the kicker. The joke is on everyone else who's convinced themselves that they've figured it all out. They don't get it. They don't see the joke. You think you can just follow a rule book and things will magically work out? Oh, how nice that would be. You think you can plan your life so carefully, so precisely, like some kind of clockwork machine, and think that's going to bring you happiness or success? Think again. Life doesn't give a damn about your plans. It doesn't care about your structure, your organization, or your rules. It laughs at that, and the more you try to control it, the more it slaps you in the face. But the people who get it, the ones who truly understand this sick little game, they're the ones who stop pretending they know how it's all supposed to go. They're the ones who embrace the chaos. They don't try to control it. They don't try to box it in. They let it happen, they roll with it, and they watch the madness unfold. Because the truth is, there's freedom in chaos. You want to succeed? You want to find your place in this crazy world? Stop trying to control every little thing and start embracing the madness. Look, I know it's terrifying. I know you're sitting there thinking, what if I mess up? What if I fail? And that's the beauty of it. You're not supposed to be perfect. No one is. It's not about being flawless. It's about being willing to get messy, to fail, to trip over your own 2 feet. It's about taking that risk even when the odds are stacked against you. Because here's something they don't want you to know. No one has any idea what they're not really. They're just guessing, just like you. They're all stumbling around in the dark, pretending to have all the answers. But they don't. They don't have a clue. So let's stop pretending. Let's stop trying to follow everyone else's idea of success. What are you even doing? You're following a script written by someone else, following a blueprint they gave you and expecting it to work for you. But guess what? That blueprint is a joke. It's a trap. Because your success, your journey, your path, it's unique. No one can hand that to you. You have to carve it out yourself. And it's going to be messy. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be frustrating. But damn, it's going to be worth it. Now you're probably sitting there thinking, I don't want to screw up. I don't want to fail. But let me ask you this. What's worse, the pain of failure or the agony of never trying? What's worse, staying in your comfortable little bubble, pretending to be safe, or taking the risk and seeing just how far you can really go? If you don't try, you'll never know. You'll never know what you're capable of. You'll never know how far you can push yourself. You'll never know how much you can actually handle until you throw yourself into the fire and see if you can survive. Everyone wants to play it safe. Everyone wants to follow the rules, but that's not how the world works. The ones who succeed, the ones who stand out, they're the ones who throw the rule book out the window. They're the ones who look at the system and say, screw it, I'm going to do it my way. They're the ones who take the risks. the ones who laugh in the face of failure, the ones who don't let anyone else's opinion dictate their worth. And guess what? They're the ones who win. So stop worrying. Stop obsessing over every little detail. Stop trying to fit into someone else's mold. Stop trying to make everyone else happy. The only person you need to impress is yourself. And when you start living for you, when you start following your own path, that's when everything will fall into place. It's not going to be perfect. Hell, it might be a mess, but it will be yours, and that's all that matters. You see, the world doesn't need another person following the same old script. It doesn't need another clone, another copycat, another mindless drone doing what they're told. The world needs you to break free. It needs you to embrace the chaos, to take risks, to fail, and then get back up and try again. It needs you to stop following the rules and start making your own, because only then will you be truly free. Only then will you understand what it means to be alive. Only then will you truly discover what you're capable of. You've probably spent your whole life trying to be perfect, haven't you? You've spent hours, days, maybe even years thinking you had to follow every little rule, color inside the lines, dot every I, cross every T. It's exhausting, isn't it? Trying to be everything for everyone. Trying to fit into someone else's idea of what you should be, what you should do. They tell you to play it safe, follow the system, be a good little cog in the machine. But here's the truth. They're lying to you. The system, it doesn't care about you. It doesn't care about your dreams, your struggles, your victories. It just wants to keep you small, keep you in line. It wants to make sure you never question anything. But you know what happens when you follow their rules? You're not living, you're just existing like a puppet on a string, doing exactly what they tell you to do. But here's where it gets interesting, where the joke really kicks in. They've sold you this fantasy, haven't they? They told you that if you follow the rules, if you do everything they say, you'll get the reward. You'll get the dream job, the happy family, the perfect life. But look around you. How many people really have that? How many people are truly living their best life? No. They're too busy chasing the next thing, working themselves to the bone, pretending that their paycheck is a substitute for happiness. They're all chasing something they'll never catch, like rats in a maze, running around in circles, hoping that the cheese will show up, but it won't. And you're standing there thinking, I've followed the rules. I've done everything they told me, so where's my reward? You look around, and it's just empty. All the promises, all the hope, it's nothing but a smokescreen. The truth is, the world is set up to keep you stuck, to keep you playing by their rules, to keep you busy. Because as long as you're busy doing what they tell you, you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention to what's really happening. You're not paying attention to what's really important. And they love it that way. But you know what? There's a freedom in breaking the rules. It's chaotic, it's messy, and it's terrifying, but that's where you'll find real life. It's not in the 9-to-5 grind. It's not in the script they wrote for you. It's in the moments when you step off the path, when you go off the rails, when you let yourself go a little crazy, because that's when you find out who you really are. That's when you find out what you're really capable of. But it's not easy, is it? It's not easy to let go of all those years of conditioning. It's not easy to throw out everything you've been told about what you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to do. It's not easy to stop caring about what everyone else thinks. But that's where the magic is. That's where the power is. When you stop caring about the rules, when you stop worrying about what other people think, when you stop trying to live up to some false idea of success, that's when you unlock your true potential. You know what they don't tell you? They don't tell you that you're allowed to be different. They don't tell you that you're allowed to fail. They don't tell you that it's okay to break things, to make a mess, to not have everything figured out. They tell you to be perfect, they tell you to stay in line, but you know what happens when you do that? You lose yourself. You lose the part of you that is meant to stand out, to be bold, to be different, and that's a tragedy. The world doesn't need another person who plays it safe. The world doesn't need another person who's too scared to take a risk, who's too scared to make a mistake, who's too scared to fail. The world needs someone who's willing to get their hands dirty, someone who's willing to break the rules, someone who's willing to step into the unknown and say, I'm ready for this. The world needs people who are ready to take on the system, to challenge everything they've been taught, to stand up and say, I'm not going to play your game anymore, because that's the game changer. That's where you get to make your own rules. And once you make your own rules, you get to play on your own terms. It's scary, sure. The unknown is always terrifying. But you know what's even scarier? Living a life you didn't choose, living a life that's not really yours, a life where you've never taken a chance, never made a move, never taken a step out of your comfort zone. That's the real trap. That's the real prison. And it's not made of walls, bars, or chains. No, this prison is made of your own fears, your own doubts, your own self-imposed limitations. It's time to tear down those walls. It's time to stop playing by their rules. It's time to step out and say, I'm done with the script. I'm ready to write my own story. Because when you stop caring, when you stop following the script, that's when you become truly free. And freedom, that's where everything happens. That's where you get to live.